Blade has just been released and everyone's wondering how good is Blade actually. Let's find that out in this video. Hello internet! And today we have the newest character of Honkai Star. We've got Bladey here. Every time Kafka calls him Bladey, my heart just flutters. Oh. Yeah, when he does that too, gosh. I'm not sure what the best stats on him are yet. Like, this is the first time I'm testing. I'm just testing along with you guys. But I'm running almost 8,000 health. I also got 76. Crit rate too high for the amount of crit damage I have, but that's all I've got. So, well, what can I do? In terms of relics, I've actually went through a painstaking journey to obtain a new one. Longava's Disciple. Sadly, I'm only able to like get 2 of these and then I ran out of energy. But you know what? We're gonna run this. I'm also on the Space in the Station because I haven't gotten the new one yet. And yeah, and I believe I have found a team that truly would benefit Blade a bunch. Right, let's just start with one of the hardest fight, which is always against Best Girl. We're gonna use our Blade versus our mom. And here we go, guys. Here is the team. We got Luocha, Blade, Bronya, and Tingyun. Now, in order for you to understand how to play Blade, I think the bare minimum is to understand you need to play with aggro values a lot. Basically, you don't want to put preservation characters with him unless you have a good game plan, because preservation characters are more likely to be hit. He's destruction. He has a higher chance to be hit than any healers or any supporters, so I'm using this team on. Before we fight our mom, let's just warm up first, shall we? We'll fight the horse guy. And with the technique of Blade, one of the most beautiful techniques I've ever seen. It's got the whole freaking... It's basically Luocha's field, but it hurts more. Right, so the idea with Blade is to actually, if you want him to do more damage, you can heal him up more. The more you heal him up, the more HP he's gonna lose. Right here, I'm gonna use E. He's gonna lose some health, but if you get to 1 health, you're not gonna be able to do this anymore. And we just see Luocha heal, so I would believe Luocha is probably the best duo to put with Blade. And now he's full, meaning ready to be hit by everyone. Look at the damage there, 23k right there on a enhanced basic. So yes, it's pretty good damage. I already tested him out like while I was farming already, and dude, he cleared farming routes very quickly. And of course, I forgot, guys, my bad. Tingyun is my preservation unit. But what's good is they did lock on to freaking Blade here. But what's bad is I think this controls Blade, so that's not that good. But I think we'll be fine. This is why I like Tingyun with Blade as well. We're gonna give Blade the ultimate here, which then he'll do. This takes half health off of him, right? And because I healed that much, I'm gonna do a lot here. Boom, 31k. For a destruction character that pretty much is immortal. Like, after taking half health, I got 4.9k left, dude. I ain't dying anytime soon. And look at all these buffs these guys. Sheesh. And I'm pretty sure I'll be able to show you guys something fun here. So watch this. I'm just gonna touch him, and I'm gonna give Blade the Turd into my ult here, just to show you how the damage would be. So bang. Now I've got some crit damages and everything, and I have a blast. Now, how this blast would work is if I do this enhanced version, I gain a stack of charge, instantly proccing my follow-up attack, which will heal me one more time and do insane damage too. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Bang, 32k on an enhanced basic into the follow-up, then the 16k. Now that is some Seele level damage. Well, Seele would do that to one guy, but you know, Blade spreads it out, which I actually quite like. I think he's really good. Now I just need to hit less of everyone and hit more Blade. There we go. So after 3 turns, I should be able to use my skill again. So this is my 3rd turn. I'm just gonna do this. No, never mind. Oh, wow, 24k right there. Jeez, Blade, he hurts. I'm definitely just using my best ever setup that is possible on him. So yeah, just keep that in mind. But either way, we're gonna fight our mommy now. The ultimate challenge. The mom versus the abused child. I mean, Blade kind of feels like an abused child. Right, let's get the benediction in, and I'll hope that you hit more of Blade and less of Luocha. Thank you. I don't know why the bosses just ignore Blade. I mean, even if they ignore Blade, it's not like he's unusable. He's still pretty good. I'm just gonna use my enhance here, get more health off of myself, get the heal right there. We'll use Luocha's ult for funsies. So we're gonna go ahead and do this. 35k into an ultimate that will further do more damage because I take half health off. So boom, 40k neat right there. Jesus. And guess what? He has 4 stacks already. So the moment he's touched, actually not even, I can just put everything on Blade again, and he has the enhanced skill, which gets me 1 more stack. That means I'll do this, do 17k into the follow-up attack that does 13k. It did a bit less because I just did my ult, right? And my ultimate resets his like whole. He has like a mileage of HP loss. The more it is, the higher damage he does. But it resets after every ultimate. So after every ultimate, the damage you do will be a bit lower, but it's still pretty good. Like, you take 1 or 2 turns after, it's still pretty good. And now I got my ult again, and this should be it. 29k new right there. We are are not giving a crud if Kafka's hot. We're just pummeling her. Doesn't matter what you do now. Right, I'm pretty sure this will be it. As I boom, that'll kill you. Even if it doesn't, I have 5 stacks. Then went for the follow-up attack, and there you go. Easy. So that was MOC4, which I suppose if you're new and you don't have like imaginary stuff, I actually think Blade is just a free win against Kafka. He does that much damage, honestly. I don't have like perfect relic side. It's all plus 12, and my sets are all over the place. So yeah. Next up though, let's try and fight stage 8, which is where I'm at right now, and it's probably the harder ones that has win weakness. So let's try Blade against some tougher bosses. Right, we're gonna go with this team right here, and I'm using Pella because in the character trials they are using Pella and Natasha with Blade, and I can see why we're using Pella, right? Pella's probably the only one that in her kit herself would have an AOE debuff that decreases defense. So I'm wondering how that would work out. I'm gonna set things up really quickly. Now I could use Pella, but let's use Blade. Boom! The slash that will steal hearts of even men. 21k. What? He did 21k on a technique. I don't know, is that supposed to be normal? I don't think so, but anyways. We got Blade to turn right away, and I just realized I put him in the wrong spot. I should have put him nearer to Luocha, because right now I'm between fragile characters. But it's fine though. We'll just go in and do this. We'll gain my stack. By doing this, we gain another stack. Do some pretty good damage already, and I think we are good. Now, yep, there we go. They are locking onto Blade, which is perfect. There we go. We're gonna touch Blade. Okay, we'll touch Blade. Oh, dude, he died. My Blade wanted to be touched. We could use Bronya to give him the turn and then nuke them all, but I think we'll let Bladey do it organically. We're just gonna do a basic here. You're going to hit Blade because you're locked on. There we go. And we heal up instantly into a follow-up attack. Boom! 30k. Just in the face right there. Man, he's just so fun to use. What? 15k nuke right there. Right, this is where he'll giga shine now. 5 enemies for me to just ruin. Oh, I should have went Bronya first. What am I doing? It's okay. I'll do Bronya second. Get all our debuffs in. Boom. Defense reduction done. I'm gonna buff it. Get Luocha's ultimate in. Bang. And we will get Blades ulted. Let's just see the abomination that I'm about to create. Oh god, how much will I do? I think it'll go upwards to like maybe 70k. It's 3 targets as well, so... Oh, never mind. Why did it go so... Why did I do so much less than what I anticipated? What the... Maybe it didn't stack enough HP lost yet, which is, well, fine, because 25k still. In literally 2 character actions, the whole team is gone. Is that not beautiful? And I want to keep Blade low just to see how good he can survive. All right, how much will this do? 25? Oh, right. Hit Blade. Dude, come. No, don't you. Yes, hit Blade. There we go. We activate the 5th stack, and only 11k. I suppose we can't expect him to like giga nuke everything every turn. So I would say it's pretty obvious that, you know, if I would have put a Jing Yuan or a Seele, they'll probably hurt more, but none of them survives as well as Blade, I suppose. I feel very safe with Blade, like, you know, and he actually does almost enough damage to compare himself with Seele and Jing Yuan, you know, under the right circumstances. I'm pretty sure right now is a pretty good circumstance. I just lost a bunch of health with E, and I'm about to lose a bunch of health with the ultimate again. So, boom, 34k right there. Now, if it's a Seele, it'll do like 60, but that's a Seele, and who likes Seele anymore, man? Blade is my new waifu. All right, let's not die. My Pella is just so weak. All right, I think we have this. This should murder you. Bang, 17k right there. And now, oh, I didn't know that was the interaction. If I have 5 stacks going into the next wave, I just activate it from the get-go. That's interesting. Right, now, oh, I forgot to use Bronya again. What am I doing? I mentioned this before. I just never know how to use Bronya. It's so easy, yet I just don't know how. All right, get all the buffs in. Well, Luocha. Destroy them. Even with Luocha, I would have been able to like solo DPS that, so stupid character, man, this guy. Now we'll let Blade have a turn. He does have a lot of speed, that's why I'm using Bronya. I still have the Blast, so let's see how much this will do. 37k, Jesus. Right, now just hit Blade. Yes. Target Blade? No! No! Target Blade? No! We are dead. I don't know. We'll push Blade up, and we need to very much somehow stop them all, and I think I could by doing this into an ultimate, right? By doing it all, I'll lose more health as well, so I think we'll do pretty fine. Just see how much we'll do. And boom, 45k this time. Yes, that's more like it. Can I save Bronya somehow? I'm gonna try. I don't know if I can like get rid of it. Nah, I couldn't. Ah, dude, it just one-shots you. Anyways, let me just get the buff in. We're surviving well. Even with a 2k health Bronya, we're doing fine. And they hit Blade, so boom, 30k. Sheesh. And by the way, like, is this not the sickest move? Oh, he swings the blade at me. Right, we'll take our health away. By hurting ourselves, we will also be able to hurt others. It's similar to what I do in real life, except I just hurt myself and not others. Right, they are targeting blade, and I do have some defense on my blade, so am I willing to test this? I'm gonna go ahead and test it, dude. We're gonna go ahead and do our ultimate as well. There's a chance I might just activate Luocha here, actually. Will I? Okay, I didn't, so let me keep giving Blade a turn, and the more health he loses, the more we can test his limits, right? So, boom, 29k right there. And are you gonna shoot Blade? Somebody? Can we not shoot non-Blade? Ah! Can we start shooting Blade? Boom! Okay, now I am CC'd. Okay, I suppose it's pretty obvious. If Blade is CC'd, he's kind of doomed. So never let Blade get CC'd, I suppose. That just makes Luocha such a perfect duo for him. Almost unfairly so. Right, let's get in and get rid of that. And, oh, that's how it works. With 5 stacks, if I cleanse it, I just activate like a nuke. That's kind of funny. All right, I think we can go ahead and use the ultimate here. I've lost a lot of health, so this will do quite a bit in my mind. So, boom, 32k right there. Pretty decent. And we'll keep him going, dude. We still have the blast, and that should clear out the left guy. Only one horse guy left, and you're targeting everybody but Blade, I guess. That's just how it goes. But thankfully that is over, and we don't have to worry about that ever again. Now we have Bailu. I'm gonna solo that real quick. Now that I've soloed that boss with Bailu, we are able to kind of draw some conclusions already, right? So this is Blade, almost 8,000. I'm gonna call it 8,000 health because 8,000 just looks better, man. His damage is really good, but if you're comparing him, at least at E0, I still think Seele does more single target damage, which, you know, fairly so. But he's not that much worse if you like put up the perfect situations for him where you take a lot of health, and if you can make the enemy like keep hitting Blade somehow, then that will work as well. But his struggle is that he'll never get hit that much, right? If you know aggro value, basically destruction has like a base value of 125. I think harmony and nihility has 100, while preservation at 150. And I'm pretty sure haunted erudition 75, right? So if I put Blade at the side of harmony and nihility characters, which I think are best in support for him, they sometimes might not hit Blade. So that is the struggle right there. In terms of performance, I think he excels more versus multiple enemies, or like 2 bosses instead of just 1. But you know, the follow attack, all of them does AOE. Overall, I'm pretty happy with Blade. So my consensus now for any free-to-play player or any players that are just wondering if you want to get Blade or not, I think if you have a decent Blade, like right now I've got all like main stats right, so this is like the baseline that you can consider. I think it's not needed for you to clear any content. Like as long as that Jing Yuan, your Seele, those are enough. Even a well-built QQ is enough. So in this game, there's not really anyone that you absolutely have to pull. But I would say if you don't have any healer, you can use Blade as a hyper carry. I'm using a healer and he does pretty well, but if you use him without a healer, he'll do worse, but he still lives. At least he still lives, right? So I would say it's not a must pull. Definitely not. So only pull him if you really like Blade, and only pull him if you want something that could just be a bruiser that could heal up. It could do some damage even if you don't have like a healer by his side. I had Luocha, but he was surviving pretty fine, you know what I mean? And yeah, guys, that's all for today. I hope you guys have the best of lucks with your summons, and yeah, I'll see you next time. Take care.